Hello guys, Forristicat here. Yeah, sort of have not put out a video for a while, but I decided, you know what, it's been a while, so what can I talk about? Well, as you may have guessed, I'm going to talk about this sort of Xbox One reveal, and a little bit about the PlayStation's Sony's response to that reveal. So first and foremost, I don't know that much about the Xbox One. I'm just sort of reading, watching a couple of funny videos and stuff. So if I'm incorrect or if there's more information I should know about, please let me know or post in the comments below. But first and foremost, my initial reaction is that the name Xbox One is a very silly name, and I agree with everyone on Reddit and on the online community when they're saying that it's confusing, because it is. Like Xbox One, well, like it's you think of the first Xbox, and some people are like, you know what, you're gonna be calling it Xbox anyway. And I guess eventually, you're gonna be like, do you have an Xbox? And then people will assume you're referring to the current generation. But nevertheless, I don't think they should have explicitly called it number one. And ironically enough, I think this is the case for most things within fandom, is that give a little bit of content management, creativity to fans. If fans did have control of what they produced, then that's the ironic thing, that everything would be perfect. Like the fans' Superman would be great. The books will be written fantastically. Like the fans know what they want because they are the consumers. So all these ideas of like calling the Xbox, like the 720 or Xbox Revolution, stuff like that, much better games than much better names than the Xbox One. Speaking of which, speaking about games, I watched this like funny summarization on YouTube, and it was like this guy just saying TV, just cut with different people going TV, Call of Duty, 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 TV, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, and I think this is a major problem. And social media is becoming more and more ubiquitous and pervasive in society, and it's going to be increasingly so. Nevertheless, I think that gaming systems really have to focus down on games, and I think this is where PlayStation have an advantage in this sort of quote-unquote battle. Now, back in the day when I was younger, I used to be a fanboy. I'm like, I've got the Xbox. I want the Xbox to be more successful, so more better games come out for the Xbox. But nowadays, like, I really don't care what system a game is on. If it's a good enough game, I'm going to buy it. Example I've quoted many times in my videos is Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain is a game which was exclusive to PlayStation 3, and it was the sole reason why I bought a PlayStation 3 console, that and the Uncharted series. So given that the PlayStation guys have like released like a poster recently which says something like, we will use your TV as well for gaming, that is a very smart sort of a counter marketing ploy. Like, we buy games, we buy gaming systems to play games, and I really think that what Xbox have with sort of like streaming through torrents, like through VUZE, the torrent program, or like Windows Media Center. I reckon that should really be like the the summit of integration with TV and social media. Like you look on the dashboard as well. Like, this is pretty interesting. You can look at Facebook, you can tweet and stuff like this. You can connect to your friends, this and the other. But I really don't think it should go beyond that. And all these ideas of like more integration, more all this television references, like I don't understand. Like I really don't care. Like at the end of the day, we want to put in like a disc and play a game, escape from reality. And if we want to watch TV, I'm gonna sort of like turn my TV off. Turn the Xbox off and just watch TV. Like, I don't care about all these extra things. What's especially concerning is all these dancing around terminologies of like, well, yes, if you want to borrow a friend's game, it's easy. Just take the disc, put it in there. But if you both want to play at the same time, you must play it. Pay a fee. It's no different to any other disc system out there already. And then like I just read this article now, and the guy down the bottom says something like, that's wrong, because I can borrow my friend's game and not pay for it in order to play it. So there's some sort of like Game of Thrones happening there. Some sort of like playing on words, and that's not a good thing. I think that's obviously going to upset gamers. You buy a disc, you should be able to play it on any console at any time. And backwards compatibility, that's also a problem. What happens if some of us want to sell our Xboxes, our current generation Xboxes to to fund for the next Xbox, and we keep the games, and we want to play on the next console. Well, we can't do that. So all in all, I think that the fact that they didn't have any sort of games revealed is shocking, because I was sort of wanting to know about that. But yeah, you know what? I reckon that they're getting carried away with this social media aspect too much. I mean, yes, social media is the way of the future. I can see that, it makes sense. It blows my mind now that you can just use like your smartphone to like scan like a barcode, and then boom, you instantly like it on Facebook, and then you can buy it and you can share it, and people know what you're buying, and people are like, oh, that's a cool car to buy, this, that, and the other. But in terms of games, we buy games to have fun. We buy games to escape from reality. And I think that the main problem is that they see it as like a home entertainment system instead of a gaming console. And you really need to focus on games. Me and my friends back in the day, we used to speak about like gadgets and stuff like that, and we were saying, and this may not necessarily be true. In principle, we were like, you know what? If you buy like an item, the more it's sort of like tailored to not tailored, but the more it like focuses on like many different things, the more it becomes diluted. So a metaphor for that is, if you have cordial and sort of like put all this water in there, it's not going to taste very good, because it's just trying to focus on too many things and not concentrating on one thing. And I think that having this sort of like more is more is actually incorrect. Less is more. Like, they should just stick to the basics. And from what I'm seeing from Sony's perspective, is that they are going to stick to the core principles. Is that, yep, you know what, you want games, we're going to give you games. So even though I'm not into console wars anymore, I reckon that Sony do have the upper hand in this marketing battle, purely for the reason that they're understanding why gamers buy gaming machines, and that is to play games. Nevertheless, of course, I'm going to check out the Xbox One. I'm probably going to buy it. The PlayStation 4 as well. Why? Well, games are going to come sort of out from both of these consoles, and I'm sure they'll be very entertaining. I'm excited to see Beyond Two Souls from Quantic Dream. I think there's another one called Quantum Break or something, which is like some sort of like television episodic format. And there's something like with that, what's it called, Quantum Break, like the choices in the game affect the television show, and vice versa, or something like that. It's an interesting concept, but it seems a little bit bizarre, a little bit strange. Creativity is good, but I'm not understanding how that's going to fully work. Like I said, if you want to go to Twitter, go to twitter.com. If you want to go to Facebook, go to facebook.com. But if you want to play games, let's not sort of like get too excited. Sure, have ideas, have creativity, but at the end of the day, gamers buy gaming machines to play games. And that is all I have to say on this topic. Let me know your thoughts. The next generation is coming out. I've been waiting for a while for these announcements. I'm excited. Let's bring on some fun, good games. Thank you.